Corbin, what time is it?
History time.
It's history time. Are you allowed to be on the video with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Joyful Noise Mamas, welcome back to my channel. It is curriculum review time and I am so excited. Today we are talking about history and geography. My last curriculum review video was on science and I will link to that video in the description box below. But this is also an awesome collab with some other great homeschooling YouTubers. There's April with The Simple Rugged Path and Michelle at The Brave Homeschooling Mama, and many other moms who are joining in on this collaboration. So I will link a playlist to that below where we share our reviews on the curriculum that we have used this current school year. I'm glad you're here, and just to introduce myself if you're new here, my name is Ashley and I have been homeschooling for about 4 years for my 3 kids. I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. And we loved history and geography this year. We had a great time doing these subjects. So let's jump in and talk about what we did this year. The curriculum that we did this year was the Playful Pioneers, and I already did a video review. You wanna hold that for me? Okay, you hold it. Okay. And I already did a review video on this one, so I will link that in the description box as well for that specific video. But we did love it, and you can learn more about it in that video. But I'm one of those moms who doesn't just stick with one thing, and I like to do a lot of resources. So we're going to share with you the other things that I used for history and geography in this video. Along with the Playful Pioneers, we did America's Story. Man, you're very helpful, Corbin. Is your arm getting tired? Okay. Your head is getting tired. Okay.
Yeah.
We also did America's Story by Master Books, and my good friend Andrea, you can find her Instagram at Foxtail Meadow School of Discovery. I think that's what it's called. I'll link to her Instagram in the description box below as well. But she was the one who told me about Master Books' book. She actually got the original book. This is a reprint with some really, really great images on the inside. But we got through,
on this side.
There are different pictures on this side, that's right. We got through pretty far. We are almost done and we have not finished it yet. And we may not finish it, but that's okay. But we did US history this year for our focus, and I added this to read in a few chapters along with our Playful Pioneers. And we really did enjoy it. It's just a retelling of history, and I like the voice of the author. She speaks to the children like in a way they can understand, but she doesn't talk down to them and patronize them. So I really liked the way the author wrote in that book. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing that we did that I actually just found this at the end of our year, we only used it once for 1 unit, but interactive 3D maps, America's history, and these are really, really neat. You get to color the map of the section of part of history that you're talking about, and then you cut out little pieces that fit in the map, and then you color those, and then you get to move them along the path of what happened in this area. So that goes right along with geography that fit with our American history. Another great resource that I really wanted to use was Classical Conversations, and I ended up getting a book for a really good price, one of the older books, but I just couldn't bring myself to join a group this year because I wanted to be a little bit more flexible with what I did. And so I did cycle 3 for geography and some of the history sentences as well. But what we ended up doing was the map work. We traced the map every so often. They would learn where the states went and where everything was the United States. What?
Can I get a Band-Aid for you?
A Band-Aid? Okay, just a few minutes, okay? We also really liked the geography classical conversation songs that I found on YouTube. I think she's called the CC Mom. Geography Mom, maybe? I don't know. But she does songs for all the geography things, and we just memorized this capitals in the states through her songs on YouTube. She was incredible. We really liked doing that, and we would do that throughout the week. I also had, this came with the Playful Pioneers curriculum. We also put it in our little sheet protector and traced it and talked about all the states and where they are. So I was very proud of my kid. My daughter did a states puzzle just a few nights ago, and she was able to know where all the states went. And I was like, yay, my kids are actually learning something. So that was really encouraging to see those songs, and the map tracing was actually working. The last great resource that I used was the booklets from the Playful Pioneers and from America's Story. They had some great suggestions on what to read. So we got a lot of the picture books about what was happening with the people in United States history. We're reading The Courage of Sarah Noble. My other favorite ones was the Delare books, like George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Ben Franklin. Who else do we do? Oh, Buffalo Bill. That was probably our favorite one. We just finished that one. So we really loved the Delare books because, the book list that I did use was from Beautiful Feet Books and the Early American History pack that they have. So I really, really like that book list, and we'll probably continue on with Beautiful Feet books from here on out, and America's Story as well. I do really like that, so I want to use both the Living books and the America's Story history book. I also wanted to show you how did I keep track of all that I was doing. I wrote down a weekly breakdown. I printed out a sheet like this. I got this from Mackenzie Koppa at blueturquoise.com. She has a homeschooling organization course. It's called the Lovely Homeschool course, I think is what it's called. But I printed off, and I can keep track of each week, and then each day of the week, and then each subject within each week. So I was able to kind of like keep track. Okay, what are we reading? Where are we reading this from? And I would fill it in each week as we went, because I'm just not a grid organization homeschooling mom. I just can't do the grid where it's every day planned out and set out for you, because I'm just so flexible, and I just need to go week by week basically. And I'm glad I learned that this year, and I'm so glad I know that about myself, about homeschooling organization and how that works for me and my kids. I am so excited to see what April and Michelle and the other ladies did, and how they shared what they did for history and geography. That's our tips for US history this year, and I hope this helps you out. I'll put any links in the description box for you to check out. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you thought of America's Story if you use that, or I'd love to hear what you thought of reading The Courage of Sarah Noble, or how that worked for you and your kids. And this ongoing collab is each week we're going to put out a video on subject by subject, the reviews of the curriculum that we use this year. So last week was science, this week is history and geography, and next week, I'm not sure what next week is, but it will be a surprise. we will do a subject. It might be reading and language arts, or it's going to be, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to check the schedule. So you're just gonna have to wait. So be sure to hit subscribe so you can make sure you don't miss out on that video as well. So thanks guys, I hope you have a great day. Bye. She speaks as if she's talking to you like a good friend, and she speaks to the children. I didn't do my makeup for you this time, but I did curl my hair, so at least you got that. So.